When we look at Kerala and look at the fact that this state has the largest minority in the country, and this is the place where they feel the safest, I would like to salute that spirit. At the outset, I wish to thank the Mathrubhumi International Festival of Letters for giving me the honor of speaking after such a distinguished writer, Shri Padmanabhanji. It is a tall order to speak after him, so I will try to keep my points as brief as possible. For me, it is always a joy to come to Kerala, and particularly to Trivandrum. I have been coming to Trivandrum for the International Film Festival, and now that I have come in the 7th edition of this festival, I hope you will call me again, and I would love to attend it again and again. The vibrancy that I felt when I entered the gates today made me rue the fact that I have such a short time to spend here. But in that little time, I cannot tell you how my spirits were lifted, because there was a vibrancy, there was an immediacy, there was a sense of celebration to have found a safe space in which international cultural exchange can take place. Today, we cannot place enough emphasis on the need to have a safe space in which ideas and thoughts can be exchanged. When we look at the world and we see the divisive nature of what is happening in the world, it troubles us. But when we see an audience like this, then we feel there is hope for us yet. Because here are people who are not the already converted, and the speakers here are not speaking to the already converted. What is happening is ideas with which you may not agree are being shared in a manner where it allows you to open your minds and to give due consideration to a point of view which is different from yours. I think that is very important, because not only for a democracy, but for any society that considers itself stable, it is very important that you allow people to present different points of view, not with rancor, not with anger, but with real empathy. Being an artist myself and coming from a family of writers, I have seen how the progressive writers movement shaped the conscience of this vast country, and how its emphasis on giving respect to the worker, gender equality, cultural parity, all these things were brought out by the progressive writers movement. Now Kerala continues to be a state that my father was connected with, Kafi Azmi Sahab. He was a member of the Communist Party, and I see today that the considerations of this great democracy of ours is the sense of security the minorities can get. And when we look at Kerala and look at the fact that this state has the largest minority in the country, and this is the place where they feel the safest, I would like to salute that spirit. I would like to salute the spirit where the Human Development Index, when it comes to gender parity, is the highest in the country. These things don't happen accidentally. They happen because there is a thought, a progressive thought, there is a government that backs that thought and allows a free exchange of varied responses to the same problem. Increasingly, we are becoming a divisive society. Increasingly, we are not willing to move from the position that we have taken. And in that way, dialogue can never happen. If I continue to only say what I think is right, and if I'm not even willing to listen to what you're saying, if I'm not even willing to hear or to read what you are saying, how will my own personal growth will progress? How can it possibly happen? The world of letters for me is such a fascinating world because it allows me to create an analytical mind, which is what I think we are lacking today, not only in our country, but the society all over. Critical thinking is something in today's day of Instagram reels, and when everything comes to you in a 1-minute capsule, the power of critical thinking is often undermined. And unless we can develop that again and start thinking for ourselves, I don't think we can go much further. For me, the fact that in a relatively short span of 7 years, you have had the kind of turnout that you've had. You've had the kind of speakers that you've had. I believe from the age of 11, mashallah, to the age of 97. Let's give a big hand to all of them. And thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.